Good morning, everybody. Happy Thursday.
It's
oh
so
my
weird,
goodness.
isn't it?
this week just so off? I mean, it's lovely to have a 4-day week, but we're forgetting what day it is. All we know is it's just eternal January right now. So come and cure your January blues with us. We have got a fantastic jam-packed show for you. There is loads and loads of goodies here at incredible super saver prices. The team that I've got with me today are going to be doing a fantastic job of looking after you guys. So my name is Rebecca Monks. I'm going to be your hostess for this fine hour of crafty fun. In the producer's station, we have the one and only Emily. Good morning. Good morning. And in the demonstration station, busily, prepping for some wonderful demos for you guys, it is the one and only Natalie.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I know it's my Friday today as well, so
It is.
anything can happen today.
It is.
Anything can happen.
Natalie finishes today.
Yay.
And it's for a very exciting reason, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is hen party
very
time.
All weekend.
It is hen party time for Natalie. We're so excited. The wedding is just over a month away now, until lovely Natalie and her fiance Dan get married. It's coming round so quickly. Okay, are we ready for this show? Oh my goodness. I think first things first, we've got to do the Win It Weekly. What a prize we've got for you. Oh my goodness. We're not just chucking any old prize into the first Win It Weekly of 2023. Imagine if you win this. Oh my goodness. It is just a fantastic tool that you are going to be using time after time after time. You can really elevate your stamping journey with this incredible tool. It is just perfect for all of your stamps. It has got a wonderful grid there with a nice clear plate that you can see exactly where you're stamping. You can pop your cardstock in place with these two really handy little magnets here. And then if, it's not quite how you thought, it's just not quite inky enough, not clear enough, you can just go in a second time. And it's worth $34.99, and we have got 3 winners. So we're over £100 again, aren't we, Emily? 3 winners, and all we need you to do is like, share and comment your answer to this question. Which is the first country to enter the new year? Is it A, Australia, B, Tonga, or C, Japan? There's definitely a nice sort of leaning towards a certain answer in the comments, but who knows? Have you celebrated New Year anywhere exciting or exotic? I was saying last year I did Lanzarote, but it's the same time zone. So we didn't get anything like earlier or later. It was a bit boring really, but very, very nice to see the fireworks on the beach. It was lovely. So let us know what you think about that. We're going to go straight in, aren't we, Emily? Oh my goodness. So our super savers. If you've never joined us before for one of these shows, if you're just starting your Hunky Dory journey with us, welcome along, Happy New Year. We do these about once a month, roughly at the end. Obviously, we're doing it at the beginning of this month this time. And basically, we bring you core items that you absolutely need to have in your stash. So just make that crafting journey a little bit easier. Makes things a little bit tidier sometimes, and definitely makes your cards look more professional. We give you them at incredible prices. We've got savings of £5, £6. We've got massive, massive savings on all of our favourite Hunky Dory goodies. And the first one is our fabulous Hunky Dory large paper trimmer. Now this is mine off my desk. Emily did ask me to bring it in. So I've tried to give it a little bit of a polish for its outing on the show, but it's just so that we can show you this and have a little walkthrough tour. It's 6 by 12 size, which allows you to work up to A3 in size. It will neatly fold away like this. It's very lightweight and compact. It really, really is. This arm also extends out so that you have got that bigger sort of cutting bed. You can go right the way up here with your card making. This here is your blade that will just trim up and down so that you get that perfect straight line every single time. It's also moves, it cuts and doesn't cut depending on if you lay the pressure on and off it. So that is really handy for making things like steppers, funky little easels that you want to sort of chop bits and pieces out of.
Or your crazy folds as well.
Yeah. Apertures.
So easy to. Apertures is a really good one. Rectangle, square apertures.
Yep.
And I don't think I'd use a die again
no.
if I had this trimmer, because it's
Absolutely
so simple
not.
to create.
It really, really is. And exactly right, Natalie. You've got the metric and the imperial measurements just on here, as you can see. So you've got your inches and your notches, which are 16ths, and then you've got your metric measurements there. You've also got this really handy grid with 1/4 of an inch increments, and as well on this clear cutting blade you get your measure. There we go, that's a bit better, isn't it? You get your measurements on there, so if you need to say cut an aperture that is like 2 inches or 1 inch, you know exactly where that is because of this handy piece of equipment. It's $16.99, guys. It sells itself. I use it on every single card I make. There's not one card that I make where I don't have my paper trimmer to hand.
And I think the truth in how good it is your reviews. Like what everyone always says when we bring you this trimmer, like how fantastic it is.
Absolutely.
How easy it is to use, and how, you've never had a trimmer before that is this precise, this
Absolutely.
good. It's so handy, and like you say, we use it every single day.
Yeah. That's it, exactly. It just speaks for itself, doesn't it? Next up is our wonderful storage case at $14.99. Like you say, £5 off this. It's absolutely amazing. Let's open it up. It's got this really nice handy lock, and then you can have it sideways, you can have it this way, whichever kind of way you want in your craft room. And then you can put these wonderful little storage boxes in here. So these come already in it, don't they? They do. They just slide in and out like so you can get one out, you can get 2 or 3 out, and you can pop so much in here. You can pop your stamps. I've got one with acrylic blocks. We can get our foam pads in here. They're just a really nice kind of deep sort of size. You can be popping your sort of scissors in there, your spare blades, and then it just really neatly just closes in so that you can just slide that back into your case and close it. It's absolutely wonderful. 6 of our super storage boxes, and then the case as well for $14.99. So if you've got a lot of Christmas crafty goodies, get them organised with this storage case. You're finding new homes for all your Christmas presents. Absolutely wonderful, and wonderful to use for every day as well as your crafty goodies. We always say it's brilliant for like hair things, makeup, Lego, soft crafting. They're just absolutely wonderful. Speaking of scissors, we have our wonderful rainbow scissors here at $11.99. 3 different sets here. You've got your lovely big whoppers here, which is perfect for ribbon and fabric. They're really nice, strong titanium scissors as well. The design is just beautiful. Again, this is our set from the craft room, and so they are very well loved, but you can see what wonderful condition they are in even after all of these years. You get the Hunky Dory logo, and again your titanium symbol on there. Really nice ergonomic little purple grips on there, so if you do a lot of fussy cutting or anything like that, they're really nice and comfortable to use. You kind of get your medium size there, which is perfect for more intricate fussy cutting or little bits and pieces. Like I say, you just need scissors in your life. Again, it's one thing that we use on almost every single card. And then you get your little baby set. These are so handy for fussy cutting your images out of your little books. If you've got any small fine details that you really need to get in there, these are wonderful. So you get the whole set of 3 for $11.99. And again, our customers on the comments, you guys at home, we know how much you love them, and that really, that sells itself for us, that you guys like them so much. Next up we've got, it wouldn't be Super Savers without foam pads, would it? Oh my goodness, we've got so many of these foam pads for you guys, all ready to go. We've got our large foam pads, 16 sheets of our jumbo foam pads. So really nice big square ones there for you, and you get the rectangles. £8 guys, half price, stock up now. I don't think I buy foam pads outside of Super Savers now because they're so reasonable. And we've got our mix sheet mega buy here, so these go right from the diddy baby ones up to your sort of jumbo size. So perfect if you do a lot of decollage where you've got lots of different sizes. We've got the strips here as well, so you've got those varied strips, and then you get those wonderful sort of like chunky strips as well. So again, perfect for all of your projects. Circular ones, wow, where have these been our whole lives? 1,280 in total for £8. These are perfect for your button toppers, your little like embellishments, little flowers, or anything like that's a bit of an awkward shape. These are just so wonderful. And then finally, we have our Midnight Black, another perfect addition to your craft room. For anything a little bit darker, you know, your sort of moody colours of your Adorable Scoreable, these are amazing. So absolutely stock up on all of your sizes, guys, your strips, your large ones, your dinky ones, they're really, really handy. Next up we have our low tack tape. Absolutely love this. You get 5 different sizes. Obviously it's perfect for die cutting, but we know that lots of people like to use it as like washi tape and actually use it on their projects.
Decorating with it, it's really fun.
It really is fun because you get all these wonderful little patterns. It's great for like masking off areas for like ink blending or sponging, perhaps stamping where you need to leave a clean white edge on a section of your card. These are just absolutely wonderful because they lift up so easily if you are masking off your projects. £5.99, an absolute firm favourite. Speaking of firm favourites as well, we have got our construction glue mega buy for you. 6 bottles of our favourite glue here at Hunky Dory. It's construction glue. We absolutely love it, and that is £11.99. Get stocked up now, ready for the new year. You've got your craft room all clean and tidy and just raring to go. That's £11.99. It's saving £6 nearly, £5.95 off of that. And then finally, we have got to show you our wonderful pattern packs. We have got a huge range of these. I mean, you can see what a huge range we've got. £4.99. I mean, these are absolutely delightful. We've got some of our absolute favourites from last year and absolutely slashed the prices. I mean, look at this beautiful Honey Meadow, just perfect for the spring and summer coming up. You get those wonderful sunflowers and those blossoms, the bees in their honeycomb, and then that really cheerful sunny yellow pattern. So we've got Honey Meadow. What else have we got here? They're absolutely amazing. And this is our Adorable Scoreable. Again, if you're just starting your crafty journey with us, Adorable Scoreable, it's 350 GSM. It's perfect for all of your fancy folds. You know, it scores like an absolute dream. This one is one of our matte-tastic finish, so it's not got that satin coating, but it does mean that you can add all of your sort of inky finishes, your spritzes, etc. on that one. So that's our wonderful wood. We've got this one. This is very recent. In the Meadow.
In the Meadow. It's so pretty, isn't it?
It's so pretty. It's absolutely beautiful. You get a really nice mixture. This one's a bit more of a masculine pattern with the eucalyptus leaves on. Again, another matte-tastic one, a firm favourite. Huge range of designs. 24 sheets in total in each of these packs. Just the most beautiful scenes, haven't we, here? Absolutely stunning. You get the really nice sort of summer sunsets on this one. Absolutely beautiful. That's our sensational sunsets. Emily, I can't believe how many we've got here. This is our colour.
There's even more.
There's even more on the website. Oh my goodness. So we've got our colour carnival there. We've got a little bit of a moody one with our marvellous metals. Again, a really nice kind of industrial feel to that. Rainbow skies. This one's so sweet. Just perfect for those children's cards and just anyone that just loves a little bit of a rainbow feel on there. We've got luxurious leopard print, urban edge here as well. Again, really nice for those sort of teen makes, anything like that. Our butterfly one, these are just so essential. Your galaxies, your
maps. Oh, I love the maps.
The maps one's beautiful, isn't it? You get a really nice mixture. You've got some with more sea, some with more land. It's really nice. Just look at that card model on the front. So easy to work with. And then our last one is this pastel plaids. Perfect for spring, Easter, Mother's Day. Really lovely, cheerful colours in there. And they are just £4.99, guys. So if you've had your eye on any of those pattern packs, if any are running low, if you've got a favourite, get them in your baskets now. Okay, Nat, are you ready to
I am ready.
demo
I am
for
ready.
us?
So we're going to use the pack, which is a Secret Garden. I absolutely love this one. It has such a great sort of whimsical feel to it. What's that? Like Liberty print. But
Liberty.
What's that? Wallpaper?
William Morris.
There we go.
Yeah,
There
it does. It really does have that feel, doesn't it?
Does. It's so beautiful. So we're going to make a little 6x6. We're going to do a gatefold card.
Wonderful.
And we're also going to cut like an aperture into the centre of this. So it's going to be a bit crazy, as always, with cards. So I'm going to, let's do, can we do it? Should we do it just slightly? No, we can't. Let's do it at 6x6. If you want to make sure this is perfect, I would probably do it at 5x5 because your A4 is actually slightly smaller. It's just a quarter of an inch too small to be able to make it. But we are going to, so it will leave us with sort of like a slight edge on here, which is okay because we're going to sort of take that away when we put our score lines in now. So I want this to be, what are we there? 3 notches below. So we kind of need it to be like, let's do it at 1 notch or 2 notch. Let's do it at what? Do you know what? I'm going to do it at 3 and I'm going to do it at 3. So what's going to happen is my middle panel now is going to be just slightly smaller than 6, but it does mean that these centerpieces, when we fold this card over, are going to meet, which is what we want. And we can sort of trim a little bit off there as well, but we'll leave it like this for now. Just gives you a little bit of a spacing in there. And then I'm going to bring in one of our nesting dies now. We've got these coming up on the show. This is our long decorative label shape, and I'm just going to see which one is going to work perfectly. I think number 2 is going to be the nicest option because it's going to fit quite centrally, look really nice on there. So I'm going to make sure that my elements line up here. I think what I'm going to do is just take off from my front of my card here. I'm just going to take 1 notch off each side, and then we're going to fold it back together and we're going to see whereabouts we are, how close we are off that centerpiece now, and that is pretty much perfect. I kind of need just like the tiniest little bit, I think.
Yeah, this is it. With your trimmer, you can just do little things like this.
You can just do this. You can test it out. You can see where we're up to. Again, just the tiniest little slither. Pretty much just putting it up to the very end of my cutting markings there. And then let's just try and get that to meet up. And then there you go, you've got that perfect sort of centre gatefold. So you can do gatefolds from 6x6s, from a piece of paper that we're going to make like a 6x6, but it's just going to be slightly smaller, which isn't going to be an issue at all. So then we're going to lie this on here, making sure it's nice and central. I'm just going to take my low tack tape and I'm going to pop this onto here. Now when we're cutting it, we just first of all want to stick it down to one side. So I'm just going to pop that on here like so, and then we're going to open it out and run it through the die cutting machine.
Absolutely.
So let's bring
if you leave it closed, it'll cut all the way through your card. So yeah, absolutely, doing it this way is wonderful.
We don't need to have all of our plates here. We can get away with not using the metal sheet, but we're just going to add it in anyway to make sure it cuts really nice on the machine there. Because we've made this to like a 6x6 as well, it will cut through your Gemini Juniors, and it will cut through your MIDI if you've got your Gemini MIDI. So if you want to use a different card here, you absolutely can. So once this has come through, oh, I thought it was going to be stuck then. Once we've got that through, I'm just going to fold back over my score lines, keeping it together. I'm just going to swap over where my tape is to the other side.
Amazing. Super easy.
just so it keeps that shape. So pop that over, flip this back over now. We can keep that as well, so we can use that another time. And then I'm just going to take my metal sheet out because we definitely don't need that, just to cut through this element here.
We've just had a question actually from June Woodhouse, who says it's probably a daft question. No daft questions here, all questions are welcome.
No daft questions.
Wasn't sure how I was supposed to open the glue bottle. The best way is to use like a pokey tool or a drawing pin, because if you do snip the lid off, like if you do snip a little bit off the top, you can find that it doesn't close properly.
Yes.
So if you prick it with a pokey tool or a drawing pin and then lay it upside down and give it a good press, that lid should go back on absolutely fine.
Definitely.
A few people backing us up on that as well. Yeah, just pop a little hole in it. But hopefully you're getting on really well with that construction glue. It is amazing. Carol Rooney says she just had 2 boxes bought for me for Christmas. It is brilliant glue.
Oh my goodness, how exciting would that be, 2 boxes of construction glue?
I know.
I would love that.
I would. Amazing Christmas presents. Sarah Mahoney says, how long is Super Savers on for? It ends
Good question.
on Wednesday the 11th of January. Yeah. Hopefully
so not long
that helps.
then. Not long.
Not long. No, if you've got your eye on anything, do get it now whilst it is on.
So I want to sort of reuse this bit that we've cut out. So you can see I've just stuck it together, and I'm just seeing how much space I've got left here, because I am going to bring in one of our Trim Me insert pads. Let's see if we have quite a thin one. It's Your Birthday, Make a Wish. Will this work? This will definitely work.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
I'm going to pop this out now and bring this back in. So I'm just going to line this up on here, and I'm going to tack it down first of all, but then I am actually going to trim it because this should fit through our MIDI actually. So let's just tear that tape there. It's Your Birthday, Make a Wish. Pop that in place, and then if I just take my scissors and just go along the outside edge of here, because sometimes it's nice to have your big machines, but sometimes it's nice to be able to fit things through just your mini machines when you're doing smaller pieces like this. So I can now pop this through my plates. That's going to fit on there really nicely. And then we can run this through our MIDI. So just cutting that out now. Hopefully it's not going to have ruined my paper. No. That'll be fine. We can iron out those bits and pieces. So I'm going to stick this onto here now. And I'm going to do that with some foam pads.
Oh, and that's going to hide those joins so well.
Yeah. I mean, I've just put a little bit of low tack tape there actually, just to keep it together.
Yeah.
But I think once we've got this on, because it is paper,
Yeah.
I'm going to be a bit fancy with how many foam pads I'm using. But for that price, that deal that we've got these on, you know,
Oh, absolutely.
get them while they're on these deals.
Yeah.
And then you've got them for the whole time you're going to use them. So lots and lots of foam pads, because we don't want it to buckle at all with it being paper. Popping that onto here. And you can't really see that rest of that joint.
It's a very forgiving pattern as well, because it's so nice and busy.
Yeah. It looks amazing. So I've got another sheet that I've done some fussy cutting from, and I'm just going to trim this 2 notches below the 6, and then we know it's like a quarter. So let's go to 1 notch below the quarter and just see how this is going to fit with inside our card now. I think I just need to make it slightly smaller, and it's okay to be able to do that because we've got that white space in here as well. So it's going to tie everything nicely together. I'm just going to mark it actually where we need to cut it. So we'll just bring our trimmer back in, cut that down now, and that fits really nicely in there.
Yeah,
so
absolutely
a little bit of tape for that one. So popping this back into the center of our card You can obviously put another maybe sentiment on the back, so you've got space. You could use our inserts.
Oh yeah,
To go onto
definitely.
the back.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. Just such a beautiful card. And don't forget these pattern packs. You know, you're going to get 24 sheets to play with. It really is. You do get so many.
So then let's add this back in again with some foam pads. So I'm just going to pop that one on here, that one on here. And then once we've closed this element now, we can pop this back into place so that it opens up like so. And we just want to dress it up a little bit with some fancy elements. So I'm hoping we've got some small foam pads. I think we might need to use these strips, but that's okay. So I've cut out some of the flowers, and I've cut out some of the leaves and some of the wonderful sort of like birds that we've got in here. I just want one more bird. So I've got my craft knife ready, and I've done one side of it, but it's so easy to cut out.
Oh, it's
like
great.
Selections from these pattern packs, whether it's just a little image that you want to take from it. You can cut them out and then use them as elements in the way that I'm going to do here.
Absolutely. You can use them as
Super
like...
simple as well.
Yeah, 100%. You can make your own little toppers with them. Just use them
There we go.
as embellishments like Natalie. And don't forget that precision craft knife. I think I forgot to show it before. It's on £7.99 with the
Wow.
knife and 2 packs of spare blades.
2 packs. That's
2
a really
packs.
good deal.
So that will last you absolutely ages and ages.
So I think I'm going to pop one down at the bottom. We might just have to go in with our scissors and just trim away anything that's just sort of oh no, it's not overhanging the bottom, it's just overhanging the sides, but that's fine. Let's pop in, we pop in a little flower on here as well. Let's do that, and then we'll pop in some of our leaves. So just using tiny little pieces of our foam pads that I've cut down. If I had my circles would be really good for this bit, but also when you've got thinner elements like these leaves, then sometimes having the option of being able to use the really nice other elements is a good thing as well.
I love that you've just sort of decoupaged it onto the cardstock to make
Yeah.
it look 3D.
Just making
so
it look
nice.
stand out really, really nicely. I think I'm going to pop this one back up here so it just curves around that centre. So let's add that on there. Pop this into here. And then I've got another one which I'm going to go kind of over
Oh
the
yeah,
top,
that
I
looks
think.
so good.
So just making sure I'm popping my foam pads in the right places.
Janberry's just asked, when are the glue sticks due back in, please? I think they're about a month away now, ish. Approximately, obviously, it does depend on the post, and they do also come from abroad as well. But we are hoping to get those back in the next sort of 4 weeks or so. So hopefully, keep your fingers crossed for those.
So we're going to just add one last sort of floral element down here. We've got 2 of our flowers which I'm just going to lay on top of each other to sort of hide that element that I've cut out, and then I think we can tuck that underneath there. So let's go for foam pads on here and on this element as well, and then we'll just tuck that under these flowers.
Such a
And there we go.
gorgeous card.
Just
Absolutely
super
gorgeous.
simple, but a great way of using your dies to create gatefolds that are shaped, and then you can use the nesting dies as well to add in other elements.
So pretty, and it really just, I don't know, it just shows off that cardstock so well. Really, really celebrates it, doesn't it?
I love the cardstock as well, it's so gorgeous.
It really is. It is absolutely beautiful. If you've not got that one, oh my goodness, just add it into your baskets. It is just so lovely and an absolute firm favourite here. Okay, are we ready for part 2 of our show? And we have got more Super Savers deals for you. Again, we've got a few more core essentials for you guys, and one of those being our clear display bags. So if you have been selling over Christmas, if you've been doing fairs and fetes and etc., get your stash topped up again of your clear bags. They save 30%. I mean, I actually don't sell my cards, but sometimes if I make them quite far in advance, I like to put them in these so that they're nice.
They don't get dusty.
They don't get dusty,
Yeah.
they don't get frayed, anything like that. They are really handy. They're just absolutely perfect. And as well, like, I get asked to make cards on behalf of friends and family, and again, I just like to pop these in. It looks more professional, just more like a little gift, you know. So we've got all of our favourite sizes here. We've got our C6 for your A6 ones, we've got our 7x5s, we've got our C5 cello bags, we get our 7x7s and our 8x8s. I'm sure we've got even more sizes on the website. So do stock up on those. Like I say, if you do make and sell your cards, if you give them as gifts, anything like that, get stashed up. Or like I say, if you just want to keep them nice and clean and tidy, you can also make shaker cards with them. I think I've done a couple of tutorials on there that you can have a look back on. They are really fun.
Oh no!
Oh, what have we done? Oh, the plates. Okay, this is
Sorry.
fine. Miri Mega Mix, guys. Oh my goodness. 50 sheets of Miri card just in time for the new year. Get your craft room stocked up with this wonderful Miri Mega Mix. 25 colours, 2 of each, some of which you will not see outside of this Mega Mix.
No, you won't.
You know, you've got your...
Quite a lot of them, actually.
I was going to say, quite a lot of them are
Yeah.
exclusive, aren't they? You've got that wonderful copper colour in there, your lilac-y pink. It is the highest quality Miri. It is the brand name Miri. We don't use anything else here at Hunky Dory. You got that wonderful forest green there as well. Just so many lovely, going into our lovely warm metallic colours here. Those pinks, those coppers, that gorgeous sort of pale green there for you. And the lovely rich sort of coppery brown. Yeah, like I say, you won't find these in our sort of standard packs. They really are so unusual and so different. You just won't see Miri like this anywhere else. It is just an absolute Hunky Dory staple. We absolutely love it. You can score it, you know, you can mat and layer with it. It is our favourite for all of those. And having all these colours means that if we do anything like that, it's just going to go with all of your, if you're grabbing those pattern packs, they're going to work so well with these colours of Miri. You can die cut from it. So many different ways that you can use your beautiful Miri. It's really luxurious, and like I say, if you've never treated yourself to it, if you are just joining us into the new year, if you've just got some crafty goodies for Christmas, you are going to love our Miri. And once you use it, you just, again, you'll be like us, you won't want to use anything else. And we've got some beautiful sort of deep dramatic sort of tones here, your violets, your navies, your indigo sort of colour there for you.
That brown.
It's so nice, isn't it?
It's like a russet. It's like a mixture of like brown and orange. It's not coppery because it's not bright enough.
No, absolutely not. It is just, oh, like then it looks like just the most delicious red wine colour when we put it at that angle. It just reflects the light so well. Just, it is the shiniest thing you've ever seen. And then we've got that gorgeous kind of rich chocolate colour there as well to finish. So $15.99 for 50 sheets of Miri. So you get 2 of each. So if you've got a favourite, you are going to get a double of it as well. And it just really is a wonderful product. Next up, we're carrying on with the little sparkle theme. We have got our Diamond Sparkles, original essential colours. I know June was saying in the comments before that she puts these in those storage boxes. They really are the perfect size to go in there. We've got all 8 packs of our originals. Again, these are just essential for starting the year afresh, aren't they? We've got the gold and silver, again, which I must use every single day. We've got the crystal and black there. These beautiful Aurora Borealis, the holographic ones, go so well with your rainbow Miri on these ones. We've got our pretty pinks, our lovely greens. And again, you get a range of tones as well as sizes. So you can do some really nice ombre sort of gemstone work here with these. And like they're self-adhesive as well, so they'll pop straight onto your projects. No gluing or glue dots required for these. We've got our precious purples. Again, just the richest, most beautiful shades there for you. We've got our beautiful blues, and finally, oh, these are really delightful, aren't they? Again, I'm thinking those last two colours of Miri, the Simply Sepia with those vintage tones.
A perfect match.
They really are, absolutely. I mean, let's just bring those two colours in. I mean, how well are those going to go? Seriously, wowzers. Simply Sepia, you've got right from that champagne colour all the way up to that really rich chocolate brown. £11.99 for those. And like I say, they fit perfectly into those storage boxes. That's all I've got to show you for this part of the show.
I'm excited for this
We're
next
going
one.
straight back to you.
So in our most recent issue of magazine 69, I've done a feature of sort of like using papers and using dyes and creating really fun sort of like geometric cards. So I thought that I could do that with this next one. So again, I've got a nesting die which is on our, which they are coming up, don't worry. This is our straight edge diamond nesting dies, and I'm using number 9, which is our 4th smallest. And I've got 4 colours of Miri. I've gone for those really nice sort of moody tones, but then I'm bringing in some pink just to sort of bring it up and all together. So I'm going to cut these on my midi. Now I've just cut a little strip because I have been doing some cutting just to get some more prepared. I'm going to cut that out. I'm going to see, I mean this is a challenge, but I'm going to see if the midi can do 4 sheets of Miri card with our die. I'm just going to run it through twice just to give it an extra little bit of a push. And let's hope we put it the whole way through. We did. I don't think it's done. How far have we got here? We've definitely got number 1. We've got number 2. Can we get this one out? No. So 2 sheets of Miri.
It's still pretty good for such a mini machine.
Do. But we are cutting through 220 GSM here on our Miri card, and you do have that really nice sort of extra layer with the sheen that is sort of printed onto the top there. So here are our last 2. So let's pop this to one side for a minute. We will bring that back in though. And I've got my colours ready to go. So I'm just going to pop them here. I've got 3 of each so far. We'll see where we get to with these. And I'm going to bring in my trimmer. And I'm going to line these up on here. And I'm going to cut them in half. So we're just going to go straight down the centre of our die cut and create sort of like little triangles. Now when I do this now, I need to make sure that I'm popping these in the right way, because I will take about 10 minutes to try and put them back into diamonds otherwise. So just cutting these all in half with your trimmer.
Well, that's cut them so well as well.
You could definitely probably cut more than 4 sheets as well on your trimmer. That's just the beauty of it. It is really quite great at cutting through a number of sheets of cardstock. So there's my greens, and then lastly but not least are my blues. Now you can keep some of these as whole shapes. It will make it easier for you to stick the pieces together again, but we're just going to go full in and just pop them like this, and then we can just stick them together with some tape. So I'm going to go in with some double-sided tape, and I'm just going to pop them back together and then just tape them over at the back. It doesn't need to be perfect. We're just creating a really fun pattern.
They look so fun.
So we're going to mix it up. We're not going to do them all the same. I'm going to try do a different few colorways here. So I'm going to do, let's do orange and blue next. Popping them back together. It's just such a really fun way of using your dies differently and creating super fun cards as well. So we'll do pink and green this time.
Amazing. Just whilst you are taping those together, we are going to repeat that Win It Weekly question before I forget. So for that stamping press, that wonderful prize worth $34.99, we want to know which is the first country from these options to enter the new year. Is it A, Australia, B, Tonga, or C, Japan? We are going to be announcing the answer to that question and our winners tomorrow. So get your answers in, guys. Which is the first country to enter the new year?
I'm going to do another, I think I want 5, but we'll
Okay, yeah.
see how we get on, because we've always got spares there to be able to do another sort of few selections. And normally when I make cards like this, I always like to do it on like a fresh white background, but this time I'm actually going to make it from black.
Ooh.
Just to add an extra little bit to all of those colours. So we're going to do a 5x7. So I've got some black stamping card here, and we're just going to make our card blank for this. So I want to cut that to 10x7, and then we'll bring in our scoreboard, and we're going to score this on here. So just pop in that on there, scoring that at 5. Now this is an Ink Me cardstock, so you can sometimes get cracking or creasing in this card, but using our scoreboard, honestly, look at this.
Yeah, there's nothing on there.
Absolutely nothing. It is clean, fresh precision cutting on that bit. So then we're going to lay these onto our card now, and I'm going to do this sort of towards one side, like so. I'm going to do a few that are full patterns. Let's switch them around as well to make them a little bit more fun. So let's do a few full patterns, and then this is where your other shapes come in really handy, because I can pop that one there. I'm going to use, I've got green there, haven't I? Let's do orange, and we can bring in maybe another piece. Let's do orange at the top, and we'll do pink again. So this is where then you can make more. Once you've kind of got the shape where you want it to be, we can add in more. We can see where they're gonna lie.
Yeah, definitely.
Let's switch that around so it's different. Pop that one the other way around as well, I think. And I do think we need another green on here. So let me just move these up. Just trying to get myself happy with the placement of these. And I think another green, just pop in onto the edge here, will work great.
Oh yeah, that looks
and
so
then let's
good.
Should we do one more, or should we leave it like that? Because we are going to trim off some of these pieces too. So let's leave it like that. I'm going to go with my construction glue.
Perfect.
For this. And a top tip is that if you have added sort of like tape onto the back, just remove it, because that extra sort of coating you get from the backing of your tape doesn't allow anything to sort of stick to it.
Yeah,
I want to say it's like a bit oily, but that's probably the wrong word to
know what you
describe
mean.
it.
I think the tape backing, it does resist glue. You just better just removing it.
Just get rid of it. So I'm just gonna, it also is gonna help you for these to stick while you're waiting for your glue to dry. So just a little bit more construction glue on here. And you can use your glue on the mirror as well. Don't be worried about that at all. It is gonna fit really cleanly on there. You know what's gonna really bug me, and it's gonna look so silly, but I am gonna add a little triangle up here.
Oh, just to squeeze in
fill
that gap. Yeah, I don't
It's
think
the
so.
tiniest little bit, but
Us
it will make
crafters.
all of the difference.
Yeah, we're pedantic. We need these little finishing touches.
So I'm gonna put that one flat. This one again is gonna be flat, and then we're gonna add a couple onto foam pads as well, just to make it look extra fun. But this is such a cool technique that I really enjoyed doing for the magazine actually, and I used a number of different dies that we've got in our nesting dies. So maybe you've got your magazine already, maybe you know what feature I'm talking about, then you can be using your dies that you buy with your Super Savers and any stash that you've got up. I mean, this is going to look great in patterns as well.
Oh, definitely. Perfect, especially if you're using a really nice little small shape like that. Get your scraps box out and just cut loads of these out ahead of time. And again, your construction glue, you know, to get that perfect placement, it really is so handy for projects like these. Nimi has said, such an innovative idea, Natalie. I love it. Speaking of the magazine, Andrea Gilbertson has said, Posty has just delivered my magazine.
Ooh, how exciting.
Make yourself a fresh brew, keep us on the telly or on your mobile and have a little flick through that mag.
Definitely, you will not be disappointed when you get that bit home. I'm going to actually have to add some more colour onto this just because I want to lift this up a bit further now. So just pop in that last piece on there. It really is just the slightest bit of orange that you're going to see poking through, but it will be all okay. So let's just take that around the back. Add a little bit of glue onto this side where it's going to stick. And then that can go up there as well. And then we can use our scissors, our amazing scissors, just to take the elements off here. Now I'm going to be a little bit careful when I'm doing this. The best thing about your titanium scissors as well is that even if you get glue on them, they're super easy to clean off.
Absolutely, yeah. You can just, if you're really nice and gentle, you can use a baby wipe or you can run them under the tap. Yeah, it does. They do clean up so nicely.
And even when you've got glue bits and all that other elements stuck on there, just be really gentle with it and they will come off.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they really do.
So I'm just going to take these elements all the way off now. I want to fill in that gap at the top. So let's pop in. I think it might be too small. Yeah. Let's just add this piece.
Yeah, Rachel Brown on YouTube says it's...
The tiniest bit, but it's so annoying.
Oh, that's so... It looks so much better though with it on.
So let's just make sure that that is going to be... That's going to stick down. I should have used some tape there. And I can use actually my craft knife for this bit while it's just sticking. Just to get that corner piece off there. And then we can straighten that out once it's dry with our scissors. So just adding that into that top corner. And then I thought for sentiments we want something that's quite clean, quite fresh, so I'm going to go with this one, which is With Love and Best Wishes. And I feel like we brought this out last year sometime. It was an exclusive sentiment.
It was with the issue 68 of the mag.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
There we go. See? And then let's do it from blue, I think.
So if you are a mag subscriber and
You'll
you have been,
have
yeah,
this
you will
dye.
have this dye in your stash. It is one of those dyes that, you know, this is what we say about the magazine. This is one of those dyes, like, that is just so lovely and
It's just
universal.
so handy. You could put anything on here though. You could use your combos, you could use anything, but I just wanted something that was a little bit different from a combo, but would fill up quite a bit of space.
Yeah, nice space filler. But this is it, like with these dyes that you get in the magazine, you know, you can use them long after that kit's gone. This,
Yeah.
like I say, it's so universal with love and best wishes. You're going to use it all the time.
So let's just pop all of my pieces out. You could also use your Miri sentiment pad if you wanted to, but I think for this card we need that sentiment. Just got a little bit up there that needs to
Amazing.
be removed.
Susan Dodd has just asked us on YouTube, how do you get the foam pad sticky off scissors? Rachel Brown's actually said acetone
Yeah.
is really good, like that you'd find in a nail polish remover. One of those sort of like working hand soaps are really good as well with the gritty kind of bits in there, really good. Or like sometimes if it's really stuck as well, I use my 3-in-1 tool and just like scrape the
just
little
scrape
tool off. Yeah, it depends kind of
bit
how
off.
stuck it is.
So I'm just going to take some I've got my really thin strips and I've just cut them in half because they fit really well on here. So again, just peeling that off. And you can find letters that these will stick to quite nicely as well. I could just stick this with glue, but I am being a little bit fancy here and layering this up on top. So I'm going to just add another foam pad. I've got one more cut down here. I might have 2 more actually. I think I'm going to put one on the T of the best and one on the B as well. So just cutting them down. And this is the beauty of having bigger foam pads as well, is that you can, if you want to, trim them down to this super thin length. So that's
super precise
on there. I'm just gonna I think let's do that one on the W, because we need that W. I'm gonna do another one. It'll be worth it. And then I think just some gemstones to finish this one off.
I think so, 100%.
I think the Miri does all the talking here.
Yeah, it really, really does. It's so nice. And you know, just the variety of colours. I mean, you've really shown them off by using 4, but that is just 4 out of a palette of 25 that you're going to get. 2 of each for $15.99, and you've chopped the sentiment out, so you can see how well it die cuts really, really nicely.
With love and best wishes. Making sure that's nice and straight up there. There we go. And then let's go in with gemstones. I think for this one, we're going to go in with, I was hoping the greens, I think, the deep greens.
Oh, yeah.
And maybe some of the light pinks, just to bring out those 2 colours. So let's go in with, which green is closest? It's probably the lighter one, actually, you know.
Yeah, the light one looks really, really nice. Oh, you're going to love this comment as well, Natalie, from Anne Richards. She's
can find a blue one.
Oh no, it's from Norma Lumley, apologies. She said she kept the diamond shapes from my crackers, wondered what to do with them as they were all cut in Miri. Thanks, Natalie, for the idea.
Oh, you're welcome. This is going to look super cool in your Miri.
See, that's it. If you made Christmas crackers and you've got them diamond shapes, those scraps do come in handy.
They do. They do. Let's go in with Aurora Borealis as well, just to make it look a little bit different. And I think I'm going to mirror that, but we'll switch the colours. Oh. That's stuck to the back of that. Of course it has. We need to add a little bit more foam pad onto that as well. I can do that afterwards. Let's go in with that one, and then we'll do another. Oh no, we need to do a pink on that one. Another big pink, and we're finished.
Amazing.
We just need to stick this little V some more on there so it does sit really nicely.
That is just so gorgeous. Look at the shine on that black as well. I know Janie has just said, how effective does that look on black card? It really, really does. Another wonderful card, thank you, Nat.
You're welcome.
She's on fire today. Okay, are we ready for some more super savers? Yes, but before we do, actually, we are going to recap yesterday's amazing launch, which was our fabulous Heartfelt Occasions kit. We've got some of our best-selling topper sets. We thought we're not going to show you them all because, I mean, that's a show in itself. If you want to have a little look at yesterday's show for the full collection in fine detail, you can hop over to the hub and watch that back. But we thought this definitely deserved a little bit more of a showing because there are 16 different sets in here. So our Heartfelt Occasions, we have done it for the past few years in January time, and it is just the perfect thing to start your New Year's crafting off right, because it contains all of those occasions, your birthdays, your weddings, your sympathies, absolutely any occasion that you've got this year, you can reach for this collection and be sorted. The first one, Emily has actually pulled some of our best-selling topper sets from yesterday. So if you just want some of the birthday ones or just a couple of the wedding ones, which we know you guys love to do, we've got any 5 for 4 on our individual sets. So they're $3.49 each. As you can see, you've got your club and diamond prices on there. And they're just so handy. You know, if you've got a couple of weddings, you know, you get a thank you 1 or 2 in there as well, and a couple of birthdays, you know, you've soon got your occasion sort of covered. Beautiful sort of foiling on this one as well. Our best selling one, no surprise, is our Yappy birthday set. I mean, just look at the dogs on there. They're so much fun. Absolutely gorgeous. And with our topper sets, you get 1 topper sheet, which is this, all foiled and die cut for you, and 2 pieces of cardstock, a foiled and a printed. Obviously, you can just see that little bit of foiling on there on those stars and that paw print. What a fun topper set. I'm not surprised that one was the best selling one. We also have this one. You did it, perfect for graduation. Passing exams, anything like
Yeah.
that. Finishing school this time,
And
perhaps.
me and Anne were talking about this as well, and graduation's become such a big thing, not just for obviously graduating university, but
Yeah.
nursery,
Oh, yeah.
schools and stuff like that. So it is a great one to have to hand.
Absolutely, yeah. Any sort of school leavers, like I say, yeah, we all see those little nursery pictures where they little dress up in the little cap and gown. They're so sweet, aren't they? And then the You Did It there as well. Absolutely. And, you know, we were just saying before the show, graduation's all year round now. So
Yeah.
really worth stocking up on now for that one. And I mean, sorry, the cardstock on this, wowzers. That blue foiling edge to edge for those little fireworks spangles, amazing. Next bestseller, again, I'm not surprised, A Lifetime of Love, with that classic wedding imagery on there. You've got the lace, you've got the roses on there, with love to the bride and groom, cheers to you both. Lots of love, you get the beautiful border in there, and it is just the most classic wedding card. You've got those creams, those whites, those pinks, everything you would expect to see in this one. Natalie, you excited for the big day now?
I've been having weird dreams.
Oh, really?
Yeah, really weird dreams. This last night's dream, and this is hilarious because I actually know her really well. She's a friend of a friend, but the last night's dream was that my makeup artist was late because she was going to a bottomless brunch and she would arrive at 10. And I was like, I woke up and I was like, she wouldn't do that. And I know all of her friends and they're all coming to my wedding, so this isn't going to happen.
It's just a dream.
And
It's
then
just a dream.
The night before I was on Hobby Maker, I've done some alterations over Christmas on some suits. I know, ridiculous, right? But I had a little dream that there was tiny little men in my suits, like unpicking all the work that I'd done.
Oh my goodness.
So it's getting really
It's getting a bit,
weird.
that is a little bit bizarre.
It's getting really strange. But my friends have told me it's all normal, so it's fine.
Yeah, it's absolutely fine. We are definitely on the countdown to the big day. But there's just nothing like opening all your wedding cards, Nat. It's so wonderful to see all those messages and all those wonderful cards, and perhaps you will get a handmade one or two.
Perhaps.
I think in the industry we're in, I think you need a handmade one or two. Our next one that we've got is our lovely Welcome Little one. Again, it's just nice to have these. We don't do them all year round. So if you want that absolute classic imagery of the new baby, this is one that you need in your life. You've got It's a Girl, It's a Boy, Welcome Little One. Really, really nice. We've got the pink and blue frames, and we've also got the little bit of green one in there. So if you're doing it for a baby shower or a gender reveal, they're quite nice neutral. You can just pop this one out the frame, and they are absolutely wonderful for your gender neutral baby makes as well. Obviously, you've got the pink and the blue as well with the green on that one. We've got our special blessings with those religious elements, that gorgeous floral cross. It's absolutely beautiful. Perfect for christenings, baptisms, naming days, Easter, and again another really nice one for sympathy. You can definitely tone that one down if you've got more of a somber occasion to send a card for. That beautiful gold foiled crucifixes on there is absolutely stunning. And again, I'm not surprised this one's one of our best sellers as well. A Beautiful Life. Perfect for those romantic cards. We've got Valentine's Day coming up just around the corner, with those gorgeous love heart swans there as well. Engagement, happy anniversary on there. Again, this one's perfect for a wedding if you want something a bit more contemporary, a bit different. Really, really nice one to get. So that is our heartfelt occasions. And the last thing, Natalie has been promising you, these have been coming all show. Our nesting dies are $19.99, which is a bargain in itself. When some of them you get 9 or 10, they're not $19.99, they're 40% off at $11.99. If Santa brought you a die cutting machine, you need to get on this Super Savers right now and stock up your die stash. Like I say, when you get a new machine, you've only got 1 or 2. They are expensive, they are an investment. Get them now. These are our nesting dies that you are going to use time after time. Look how many there are. There's 8 in this one alone, and it's got that beautiful duo stitched design in there. You know, you can be making your own toppers, your own shapes, your mats and layers. Love this Baroque label as well. But there's so much more. You can be making shaped card blanks, you can be making apertures, you can be making decoupage and pyramage. I mean, what else do we love these dies for, Natalie? There's so many things you can do with these dies.
Absolutely. I mean, dies are just essential. You can make your actual card blanks from them as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you wanted to.
Yeah, we love a shaped card blank. We've got these torn edge ones for a more rustic feel.
There's so many in the selection. It's crazy. So all of our large dies, you can now get them for £11.99. That's crazy when you think about how much metal is in these.
Absolutely. Like I say, there's
How
9.
large they are.
How large they are, absolutely. And they go right to the smallest and they nest perfectly. So you don't have to worry about your mats and layers being off. They just work so perfectly. Oh, look at this one, this butterfly. Absolutely beautiful with that wing detail as well. Oh my goodness, I love that one. You've got your scalloped and straight edges as well. Really, really stunning. Ovals, squares, rectangles, labels. They're perfect for gift tags as well. Just amazing. We've got our straight edge here. This is the one that Natalie used, our long decorative label. Rounded corners as well. So just versatile. This one as well, you can be making your own bunting.
Oh yeah.
For this one, you can be making bunting that you use as an embellishment on your card. Really, really nice one. Again, cutting out a few of those pattern packs as well.
They're not just for cutting cardstock either. You can cut fabric on these. So
Yeah.
you could make actual like cotton bunting.
Yeah.
You could be quilting. You could make some really fun patterns with your diamond shapes and your circles as well. So think about out of the box with
Definitely.
these sometimes.
Definitely. Like you say, this one's not just a diamond. Obviously, we saw you cut this one into triangles,
Yeah.
making those harlequin patterns with this one. Again, your heart's one, perfect for any of those sort of romantic occasions. And then we've got your stars as well. Again, I could see a few little spangly blue ones on that graduation kit with the heartfelt occasions. Absolutely incredible value on that. And the one thing that you do need if you're treating yourself to dies is our 3-in-1 die brush. I just absolutely love it. I think, again, I use it on every single card I make. You've got the two sort of pieces, the 3 tools here. So you've got your spatula tool, which is great for picking up gemstones, anything that you need to sort of like scraping off your tape, anything like that. You've got your pokey tool, which is perfect for smaller gemstones, anything like that, any little embellishments that you need to pick up with that. Again, we've just said it's perfect for opening your construction glue.
Yeah.
We just absolutely love it. And then finally, you get this tool, which just a really nice bristly soft brush to get all of those little weeds out of your lacy dies, your intricate dies, or just to smooth over your cardstock and get all those little bits and pieces out of there. £8.99. Like I say, I have 2. I just absolutely love it that much. I need a spare one at home as well. So £8.99. Like I say, if you have got a new die cutting machine, you will find this so much easier to get started on your journey. Nat, we're coming to you for our 3rd and final demo.
Okay, and we're going to use that beautiful graduation kit from our All Occasions collection. I'm going to be quite fancy. I've picked out my toppers and my sentiment. I'm going to use this border strip too, but we are going to use both sheets of this cardstock, and I've got a 5x7 as well. So I'm just going to take the 5x7 and I'm going to take off 1.5, I think, inches from both sides of this cardstock. It doesn't necessarily matter because the piece that we're going to add on is quite tall, so we can obviously take and remove away if we think it's a bit too big, but we're going to pop this on, so I think we're going to be safe with that. So while we've got this out, I'm going to do some more cutting. I'm going to trim this down to 5. We aren't going to do any matting and layering with this one because we have quite a nice design here. So I want to cut this down to 7, but I don't want to lose a lot of this border strip. So I'm going to keep, what I think I'm going to do is trim off this end, because you've got lights on here, and the way that we're going to make this card is going to look a bit strange with those on. So if I pop that there now, I can stick this back in place and bring it together. So we've kind of remade our card blank back together. So now I would just want to look at, let's just stick this down already because I'll have to come back to it otherwise.
Amazing.
While it's on here, we can use the trimmer as a little guide for where it needs to be placed. Oops. I wasn't to take the whole of it off.
Just going to have to answer this because it's it's becoming quite a lengthy chat. We're having a few people asking about Miri combined with construction glue. A few people saying it doesn't really work for them with their mats and layers, it can peel off, etc.
It is personal choice.
It is.
A lot of us tend to use tape rather than construction glue, but obviously I use both on that there.
Of course.
I knew I had sort of the strength in the middle, and then I was able to manoeuvre it around. Also, where we were adding the construction glue to the back of our Miri. So the back of your Miri, and I can show you, is it is more. I'm trying to think of the words.
It's not as porous.
It soaks up the glue. So when we're adding this onto the back of our card, which is also like a non-porous, that's right, isn't it? Like non-porous, then it's going to adhere really well. If we were adding Miri onto Miri like this, you've got two shiny edges, and it's going to be a bit more troublesome.
Absolutely.
But in this way, you will be okay.
Yeah.
So for your mats and layers, construction glue is fine. But then obviously anything you put on top of construction glue, I would always use a dry adhesive. But it's personal choice.
It is. It is.
It really is personal choice on that one.
We've got loads of people saying they do get on with it for their mats and layers fine. Gluing straight on top, it is fine. Like you say, just see how you get on with it. But like you say, you can use a mixture of both. You can use your construction glue for that your tape for that longevity, and then use your construction glue for a bit of wiggle as well.
So let's pop this onto here now, and we're just going to score it at 2.5 because we are going to make a lovely little easel with this one.
Cute.
So just going to score that nicely down there, and then we'll bring our tape back in. I'm going to pop my main element here onto the back of my card. I'm going to just take my pokey tool because this is the best tool for just removing tape so easily. So popping that onto the back of here, just making sure it lines up really nicely with that join. And then I'm going to add on this panel here as well to really break up and give this design a really fun finish. I'm trying to think now whether I should do it that way around. No, I think we're going to do that way because it will hide the houses.
Yeah, I kind of like it that way too.
You can add some adorable scoreable as well for some mats and layers if you wanted to, or maybe use your Miri Mega Mix because I'm sure that there will be a blue in there.
Oh, definitely.
That will work perfectly. And then we're going to pop this onto here now. So I'm going to make sure that that's about halfway, and then we can pop our border strip across here just for some decoration, not really at a purpose, but we do have a sentiment that is going to hold our stepper. So just get in to grips with where I wanted to stick that. Then we'll add this in place.
Oh, that looks so cute.
Just trim that off with our scissors. And then let's go in with our topper. Now I want to make sure that I'm carefully taking these out because I want to use all 3 frames. I'm going to stick my middle frame. I'm just going to add some tape to the bottom section because that's the only bit that we're going to be able to adhere to this panel. And then again with this panel, I think just our small strip foam pads, but just in the center here. You can add acetate to your panels when you're doing cards like this, and that will help with being able to make sure it's all stuck in the way that you wish to stick it as well. So I'm just going to pop this on here onto the front.
Wonderful. Don't forget as well, your foam pads, guys, are on that incredible Super Savers deal. They are currently £8. We've got strips, we've got large ones, we've got multi-packs for you. They're half price. That's easily one of the best savings on here today. Just £8, so 16 of those sheets.
Placing that back in there, and then we can see our spacing where we can add our foam pads on now to stick our topper. So I'm going to double up on those. But if you wanted to make sure you had the sort of like the right amount of heights the whole way across the top, then definitely a really cool trick is to add acetate behind your first largest topper, and then you can stick all of the rest of the elements onto there, and it will just make sure that it's nice and secure for you. So adding them onto there, and then I'm going to pop my other ones onto my stopper, so I'm ready to go. Pop that in the center there.
Oh, it's such a fun image, isn't it?
And then this is going to go onto where our stepper is going to sit. So when we're happy, and I think it's going to be around about there in the middle, I'm going to pop that in the center, and that will hold our stepper. Now if you're having trouble with this moving a little bit, a super trick is to just really burnish that back fold, and then it'll sit nice and snug under there. But there you go.
What a perfect card. Such a nice one, and it is really lovely. You know, if you've got your certificate on there next to it, that's just going to look so good as a little centerpiece card.
I think also for making sort of like scrapbooking, memory booking, this is a great one because you can add all your pictures from the day and keep it all together really nicely.
Absolutely, yeah. We absolutely love our Heartfelt Occasions one. It is going to be a firm favourite this year for 2023. Okay, it is about right time to say goodbye, guys. Your TV schedule today, Anne-Marie is there at Hobby Maker. We have got all your channels just along there if you need them. She's there at 1 o'clock with our brand new Moonstone Liftables collection. Oh my goodness, they are just fabulous. She's there with 4 p.m. with another look at our brilliant Heartfelt Occasions collection. Like I say, we are not joking when we say we love it. We really, really do. So many different themes in there. And at 5 p.m, she is there with our latest issue 69 of our Crafting with Hunky Dory magazine. So she has got a jam-packed day, so make sure you do join her. Next up on Hunky Dory TV, Anne-Marie and Kat are with you. We're going to be announcing that Win It Weekly winner, and we're going to be launching our Moonstone Liftables collection here at Hunky Dory HQ. So do not miss that, and it's Friday tomorrow too. So have a lovely rest of your day, and thank you so much for joining us.